bounced from one doctor to the next. Does it have to be like this?
At Kaiser Permanente, we have a different kind. Together for all that is you.
This is KCAL News, Los Angeles.
Welcome to KCAL News at 11 on CBS Los Angeles and streaming on CBS News Los Angeles. I'm Christine Lazar. We begin with a shocking shooting in the San Fernando Valley. A man hit by gunfire just pumping gas in Northridge. As KCAL News reporter Tina Patel tells us, the victim survived. The shooter, however, got away.
Detectives have now left this gas station, but they are still searching for the suspect in this shooting, and they're still trying to figure out what led to the shooting. If it was a random attack, if it was targeted, if there was some kind of robbery. They say it's still early in the investigation. Let me show you some video from SkyCal. This all happened around 6:20 this morning. You can see there's crime scene tape around the gas pumps and a red truck at one of those pumps. We believe the driver of the truck may have been filling up when a gunman came up and shot him. That gunman then took off on foot. He was last seen heading north on Tampa. There's not a great description of him, only that he had a heavy build and he was wearing a gray hooded sweatshirt. The victim, a man approximately 45 years old, was taken to the hospital. We're trying to get an update on his condition and see if he can provide detectives any more information on what may have led up to the shooting. And we don't know if there were any other customers filling up at the time. There was a clerk inside the gas station. He didn't want to share anything about what he saw, but he did say that there was security camera video that has already been shared with the police. Hopefully that will give them more information that can help them find this suspect. In Northridge, Tina Patel, KCAL News.
The UCs are planning to crack down on protests this fall. The system's leaders ordering enforcement of a ban of protest encampments. It comes after the violent clashes at UCLA this spring. KCAL News reporter Cara Finstrom has more from Westwood.
Because of the possibility of more protests this fall, the president of the UC system is directing the leaders of UCLA here and the other 9 UC campuses to strictly enforce what he says are already existing bans on encampments and the use of masks to conceal identities. Take a look. This past spring, pro-Palestinian demonstrations, which started peacefully, ended with clashes with counter-protesters. There was some violence and the destruction of property, and 2 law students and an undergraduate later sued UCLA, alleging it allowed students and outsiders to set up the encampment, which they say prevented Jewish students from accessing classrooms and other campus areas. Last week, an LA federal judge blasted UCLA's response as unimaginable and abhorrent. At the same time, supporters of these protests have expressed outrage, accusing the UC system of shutting down constitutionally protected speech. UC's president sent a letter to the community as well, affirming the right to protest and to voice diverse viewpoints. He says the vast majority of campus protests are peaceful, but some of the activities seen during the past year were not, and those needed to be addressed. And all of this a lead up to the return of students in the fall. UCLA's classes will start back up in late September. Cara Finstrom, KCAL News.
Well, taking a live look outside, it sure is pretty out there, but it's also going to be one of the hottest days of the week, and some areas will see triple digits. Meteorologist Paul Diano is here with the first check of your next weather forecast. Paul, the heat just keeps on coming.
Yeah, Christine, it's going to be a hot one out there today. Thankfully, cooling begins as soon as tomorrow, but right now, it's not helping you out. It's going to be toasty. Pasadena, Claremont, Riverside, Temecula already in the 90s. Simi Valley, Santa Clarita 90 degrees. Even Malibu pushing 80. Laguna Beach 78. LAX 78 degrees. Lancaster 94. It is hot outside. Downtown Los Angeles mid 80s. Temperatures will rise into the low to mid 90s in downtown today. And the view looking down on our inland valleys. This is the San Gabriel Valley as viewed from Mount Wilson. Likely hitting 100 degrees this afternoon. San Bernardino, forget about 100. You'll blow past that and stay above 100 degrees, likely from like 1 o'clock until about 6 o'clock and even at 8 o'clock tonight once the sun is down.